What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sinclair. So this lovely lady here is my girlfriend, and she heard about me about making this rant. So check out her channel, whatever.
What's the name of the channel?
Redo. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sinclair. This is my girlfriend Ariel. Check out our vlog channel.
Sinclair.
So, okay, as the title says, this is a rant, and no, this is not about some comedian that said something.
Childish Gambino. It's not about him in particular.
His name is Childish?
Danny Glover. No, Donald Glover. I don't know what his name is either. Honestly, I'm not into his music or his comedy at all, but I do know some of the problematic stuff he said about black women.
Danny Glover is an older gentleman.
I know that's not him, but his last name is Glover, though.
Anyway, so this is about somebody that I saw on Facebook, and this person clearly was hurt in their past. And I got screenshots. So as some of these beauty YouTubers say, I'm gonna spill the tea.
You got receipts. You got receipts.
I got receipts. I'm pouring out the green tea. So his name is Seth Goldson. Yes, I'm saying your name in the video because this is a public forum. You put it in a public group. It does not break YouTube's guidelines, and I'm putting up screenshots. So okay, so this is the first one. This is the original post. He said multiple times, talking about Mr. Glover. He said multiple times that he tried being with black women his whole life. They shunned him for his nerdiness, and his blackness was never accepted. Okay, that might be true for that person. I often hear black women say that's an excuse because there's plenty of nerdy black women, which may be true to an extent, but those kind of ladies are unicorns, especially attractive ones. Oh, you're legendary.
I'm a unicorn, apparently.
You're in King James Bible talking about unicorns. I'm sorry, sisters, but due to the dating culture in our community, this is the result of the acceptance and treatment of your black men that don't fit in the mold of what society deems sexy. Face facts. Most sisters pretend to like DBZ, anime, video games, and comic books, Linkin Park, etc. I don't like Linkin Park.
I think you're just talking about all types of alternative people, like emo, goth, all that.
I said this topic has been on my feed all day, and yet I've yet to see sisters take responsibility for how your kings are treated that don't fit.
I'm sorry.
Okay, the trap, godballer, gangster, woke, corporation, cutthroat, loving, big D family man we all need to emulate to stand a chance in the black dating game. Face it, sis, y'all see a black man who sold out. We see black women who lost out. So
there's more?
Yes, there's more.
Oh my God, this dude is so.
This is where Mr. Said I could tell he got hurt. I feel bad. Nobody should have to go through this. But after reading that post, I asked myself, who hurt you? He said to another person, want to know something deep? My own mother shunned me for being half Japanese, even though she laid with a Japanese man. My own family were the first to outcast me for my speech and interest. It didn't start with dating. That is where you're all lacking the true meaning. His blackness wasn't accepted. So he doesn't know his own history. So he goes on to what media thinks black is. Or he's saying that's what people are saying. So then he says, I structured my caption in a way so that you all could be occupied with the rest of it other than I put into quotation. And all you fell right into the trap. So basically he wanted to troll the internet. That's the part of black culture that I hate absolutely the most. That's about everybody's culture. Hating on people, rejecting people from their own race for one so-called reason. But he wouldn't know that. Because he only wants to bash it. He only wants to bash the women who did not want his sorry butt. We're the only people on earth that measure how black Alright, let me correct his horrible English. We're the only people on earth that measure how black or light we are. I've yet to hear a white person say he's not white enough to other white people.
Okay, first of all, that's a lie. He clearly doesn't know anything about other cultures, because there are plenty of other cultures that are not considered as black. Like Indian culture, you've got different Asian cultures, you've got cultures all over the world that measure beauty on being lighter.
You look, you're on the internet. You literally have Google stuff. Read a book a day. Read a paragraph a day. There's no excuse to be this dumb. So this person spell me with the BS. Maybe I just have black women on too high of a pedestal because I decide to still, like I said, this is horrible. Maybe I put black women too high off a pedestal. I still to this day only been with black women, so try again. I need to see
a cookie, a star.
Now he didn't post a picture of a black woman, but this photo wasn't with him and the black woman, so I don't really know if you even with her, and your account is private. Love for sisters. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't, because when you just in your first post, yeah. He says, I don't hate y'all, but otherwise I wouldn't give a flying F. But you do. You do give a flying F because that's the whole point of this entire thread that you made. Someone accused him for deleting something. He said, I didn't delete anything. Yes, you did, because people only accuse you of deleting something. And I see this all the time. When you actually delete something, and then the dude screenshot what you deleted. Yep. I was like, he got you. So this whole conversation where if you seen this on Facebook and the dude deleted the whole thread and try to act like he didn't do it, share this video. It's not coming down. And if YouTube takes it down, I'm gonna put it back up. It's like I didn't bash them. You just read it that way. Hold on, y'all. At no point I said all black women. So excuse me with the insecurities.
Wait.
How many times, Mr. Golson? Because I know you're watching this, because I'm sending it to you on Facebook. How many times have you heard a racist white person say, I don't like black people?
Did you?
And then you automatically thought they were talking about you. You didn't go, well, oh, he didn't say all black people. No, like you're an idiot. It says, oh, and by the way, I hope you all know I've been keeping track of who shares this post. Oh yeah, I'm really sharing it. And here's an update. The majority of my shares are from teenage and early 20s black males who are literally saying they're going through this kind of treatment right now, putting all caps. It's hitting home for young men, the nurse has spoken. Okay, first of all, when you're a teenager, you're not a man, you're still a child. And early 20s. Okay, so basically, the people who are sharing this are people who at least got rejected one time by a girl who just did not share interests with them.
Yeah, I'm ready to go in on this. You need all these receipts. I'm ready to start talking about this.
As a guy who's rejected women, and I've been rejected a lot. I never got rejected for being nerdy. Here's a screenshot of him and his parents.
And then he says, but so wait, he just talked about literally he has a hashtag of him and his parents, and he says hashtag Blasian do it better. Okay. Now you were just talking about how we're the only culture that puts light skin above everybody else, and talk about how that's a bad thing, and then say Blasian does it better, as into. So
he's saying he's doing it better than
promote your mixedness. So you just demonize people promoting lighter skin, and then turn around and promote your lighter skin.
Okay, so explain to me, how are you doing it better when it's obviously black women keep rejecting you? Because I'll be honest, I don't get rejected by black women.
I'm black. I mean, I'm his girlfriend.
I don't get rejected by black women. And then he goes on, I think, yeah, I got two more. This was to kill the argument of a few bad apples did me wrong, so throw away black women as a whole. You all need to give black men more credit. Just because we're nerds doesn't mean we're weak. If anything, we are the strongest of all in terms of emotional endurance. No, you're not.
If you
we have to take the rejection until we make it. I wanted a black queen and I'll marry one, period.
Okay, if y'all were so emotionally strong, you wouldn't be sitting here crying all over the internet about being rejected. I thought you were emotionally strong. You should be able to wipe that off. It should roll off your back, and you should be able to keep going. You should be, well, black women don't like me, black women don't like me, but you're emotionally strong.
And the thing is, I think black women are more emotionally strong than black men, and this is why. Because when I see black women talk about black men, they don't say all black men. They go, oh, they will specifically say what was done to them and say, I'm going to go find a black man who's not going to treat me like this. You're just basically blaming all black women and then say we're emotionally strong. But then think about this. He claims you have 2 kids. Okay, if you have 2 kids, did your woman walk it on you? You have to raise them on your own? Because I see that happening to black women a lot more than I see that happening to women in general more than men.
So I'm gonna say this from the black nerdy girl's point of view, and the things that I've experienced in middle school and in high school, and what I've experienced as an adult as I've gotten older with the black nerd community, I guess you could say. So in middle school, you know, I've always been into anime. I've always been into like video games. I've always had like my own crazy little unique style or whatever. So, you know, I guess you could say I'm a mix of like a lot of different subcultures. You know, I like Japanese stuff. I like, you know, I watch K-dramas. I like Korean music. Like, you know, I'm into a lot of all different types of things. And so I was that nerdy black girl in middle school and in high school. And in middle school, the nerdy black guys were not dealing with me at all. I was the homegirl. I was the friend that they played games with, but like, you know, we would come up and play Tekken together, and you know, all these different things, and watch shows together and talk about these different things that we had similar interests in. But when it came to actually having a crush on, because that's pretty much what it is in middle school, having a crush on me, it was like, oh no, no. And then they would go after old pretty popular girl over there and get rejected, and I'm like, you guys are going after women that have no interest in you. They have no common interest at all. You want to be with a girl who is on the pedestal, the pretty popular cheerleader girl with the long hair, and you go after somebody like that who has no interest. She don't like anime. She doesn't like video games. But the nice, cute little nerdy girl, black girl who would be interested in you, you won't give her the time of day.
Oh, you know what? Here's a photo. This is the whole situation. You're Urkel going after Laura, and you're ignoring Myra.
Yes.
The better looking girl that actually likes your butt.
Now we're not talking about Myra was crazy. Yes, she was a stalker. Yes, she was all those other things. But we're specifically talking about the fact that Myra was a girl. She liked the polka dancing. She liked all the crazy stuff that Urkel liked. She was into it too. But he was like, ew, I don't want her, and was too busy chasing after the girl who had no interest in him and didn't like him until he turned into a completely different person. That's your problem. Yes. That's you black nerds' problems, is that you want to go after these girls who have no interest in you.
And you're not willing to become Stefan.
You have to literally change everything about yourself for this girl and overlook the black nerdy girls. Y'all overlooked me and other black nerdy girls I know I talked to hard. Same thing. You know, I was a girl that if a guy did like me, you know, it would be like, oh, ew, you like Ariel? She's weird. They would literally deny. Ew, no, I don't like her. I don't like her. Like, I was that girl. Like, I was like the one that they liked, but they would like be ashamed. So I was weird. If you were weird for liking the same stuff that they like, then why didn't they get in their heads? Well, I think she's weird because she's into, I'm gonna just say Dragon Ball Z for example. Because she's into Dragon Ball Z. This girl who's not into Dragon Ball Z might think I'm weird too because I like what Ariel likes. Plus, there's so many other reasons why a particular black woman that you went after, who's usually, y'all want to go after the Beyonce looking girls, and you know, the ones that are like on the pet Rihannas, y'all want to go after those type of girls who you know for a fact are gonna laugh at your face because you think she's my preference, therefore she must like me because I am man, not realize that she's a human being that has the right to choose whether she wants to be with you or not. She chose not to, so now you say all black women are just terrible people. But there's so many reasons why she may not have liked you. It wasn't because you were black, and it wasn't because you were anime. A lot of these nerdy black guys back in the day, you had bad breath. You had terrible hygiene. Your hair was looking crazy. You know, you're running around like Naruto all over the daggone place. Oh, there was one dude. He did run. He wore a headband and he ran around like Naruto. Like I'm just sitting there thinking, dude, what are you doing? It was like I only hung around you for the sole fact that one, we played Yu-Gi-Oh together, and two, we had some of the same friends. But then this individual would literally say, I want to be Asian, I want to be Japanese, I want to be Japanese. He wanted to be anything
But a black man,
that's what I'm saying.
He then jumped in and said he wanted to be white.
And like, okay, so
want to be Indian.
You want to come to a black woman, and you want to. You don't, any woman, your breath smells terrible, your teeth are yellow, you know what I'm saying, like your hair looks crazy, you got on dirty clothes, you're running around like Naruto all over the place, you don't know how to have a conversation at all without talking to some weird anime voice. Every time somebody tries to have a conversation with you about just regular stuff, you over there jutsuing and stuff. Yeah, that's weird. I'm sorry, but even as an anime fan, I'm still like, bro, you're doing a little too much, like you're taking it too far, and yet or you're a narcissist, or you're sexist, or you're self-hating. These are all the different reasons why she probably didn't like you. But because you got rejected by who you wanted, you said it's black women, it's all their fault, it's them. No, you're probably a terrible person. You probably stink. You're probably ashy. Your lips are probably crusty. Your face is probably busted. You have a terrible personality. That's why she didn't want you. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I can tell you this. My cousin, who everybody thought was our brother because we shared the same last name, I'm tagging him in the video. When I mean he had all kinds of girls, he was younger than me about 6 months, but I looked up to him when it came to getting girls. I was just like, man, how does he keep getting in these girls? And they knew he was dirty. He had glasses. Sometimes he wear a shirt with maybe like Dragon Ball Z or something on it. I think so. And then we would literally talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! In school. But when the girls would come up to talk to him, he was nice. He was like, hey, say his name, give him a hug, and he would be smooth about it. But he wasn't. And when he got rejected, you know what he told me? He was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go talk to her friend. I'm gonna go talk to her cousin. He kept it moving. I don't put black women on a pedestal. You fantasize about this one girl. You sit there, and this is like before Facebook and MySpace. Y'all sit there and get this picture of her in your mind and dream about being with this person over and over again. Oh, we're gonna do dates, we're gonna do this and that, and then when she says no, she just destroyed your whole world that you made up inside your head.
You made up inside your head by yourself, because she wasn't a part of making this world up.
So this is the screenshots that I put up. I said most black nerds who whine. Okay, excuse me. Most black male nerds who whine about being rejected need to be honest with themselves. They demean black women and go after girls they fantasize about who have nothing in common with them. Ooh, my spelling's messed up. This is what happens when you haven't slept in about 14 hours. Also, this mindset needs to be addressed. Just because a woman doesn't want you doesn't mean you have to reject an entire group. This isn't about black women rejecting nerds. This is about them being spineless, weak men. And this is coming from y'all. I draw manga.
Yes,
I've been collecting manga since I was 10. 18 years was right here.
As a black woman nerd, you're saying we're unicorns. We don't exist. No, we've always existed. Y'all just didn't want us. Y'all wanted Samantha, who was half black and half white. But fast forward to some years as an adult, and these dudes are all in my DM now. See, now they want me.
I see you in the DM.
Now they want me. Now after they tried to go after popular girl, after they tried to go after cheerleader girl, and they got tired of being rejected and knocked down and rejected and knocked down. Now the nerdy girl, us nerdy black women have blossomed into beautiful swans who are still into those nerdy things. Now you want to come for us.
I said, I'm a black nerd and I've never been rejected for being into art. I was rejected because we weren't compatible. So I moved on and kept dating women I found attractive. Attraction is objective. Saying attractive nerdy black women are unicorns is objective. The non-black women that some of these guys date don't look nothing like the black women who they go after. So then the guy, Mr. Golson, goes on about being a king also. So I say, okay, let's address this king mentality. If you don't own a home or a business and a regular job is your only means to money, you're not a king. You're a knight at best. No one is above the king. And if your boss can threaten your livelihood with one sentence, that means he's above you. That means he's the king.
Yes, there are too many of these black nerds running around talking about some, black men in general running around talking about some, I'm a king, you should treat me like a king. You got a job where you're only making $20 a day. You don't have a job at all. You have no place of your own. You're sleeping on the floor at your mama's house. You don't have a car. You can barely keep your bills. You have no ambition or goals for yourself. You just sit around playing video games and watching anime all day, but you want to be called a king. Just because you're a black man. you're automatically a king if you're a black man. And I'm like, no.
And in reverse, not all black women who say they're queens are queens.
No, they're not. And so, and I feel like there's too many of them putting up their titles.
Daddy, you're a princess.
They're putting up these titles of how they want to be treated, and they have nothing to show for it. I should be treated like a king, even though I have nothing going on with my life.
So basically, if you go after a woman who doesn't like some of the same interests as you, you're getting rejected because you're not compatible. She says, "Oh, you're an anime. I'm not really into that." But then if you're into something, find something that you know she will like that and get into it before you even talk to her. At least
don't do that. Don't even do that. Just find a girl who has the same interests as you. You guys act like, oh, well, girls like that don't exist. Yes, we do. I am friends with literally so many black women who are beautiful black women who are literally into anime, K-dramas, alternative fashion, gothic, all different types of subcultures who are completely overlooked and ignored because they want to chase after it's the whole mindset of chasing after something that you know you can't have. I know for a fact, being a black nerdy girl, I've had to prove all my life that I am actually a black nerdy girl. When I tell a black guy I'm a nerd, it's like a black nerd male that I am a black nerdy girl. It's like, oh really? Oh yeah, right. Well, tell me the so-and-so, the this and that. Well, tell me who blah 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 blah. Well, tell me who was the captain of the ship on this one TV show. Oh, I bet you're only into Sailor Moon and Dracula. I get all these quizzes and stuff thrown at me, and I'm like, man, if I gotta cut backflips and jump through hoops just to prove to you that I am something that I already know I am, then I don't want to deal with you. You have a bad personality. That's why I rejected you.
I've seen this case in point, and anybody on Facebook that I'm friends with, I can tag certain individuals who will back me up on that statement. There's a guy at work in the area before I got transferred from. He used to wear anime hats. He would wear Pokemon hats, Dragon Ball Z, whatever. There was this one black woman who liked him, and I mean, she was fine. All the other black men wanted her, and a lot of us were all into nerdy stuff. And she liked him, and we're like, okay, nah, let him. I'm like, I got a girl. I said, no. Everybody said, let him get the girl. All of a sudden, you know, I was coming around the corner one day and he was talking about black women, and she walked out the bathroom from the other side of the corner because they were next to each other. And she heard what he said, and then I was talking to her. She actually said she was gonna ask him out. She really liked him, and I could tell he's shy. I like to ask men out anyway. And then as soon as she heard him say that, she was like, oh no, I went to go talk to this other guy. And the other guy that she decided to talk to, who she did not like, nowhere near as the nerdy guy, you know what he was into? Gangster culture. In the gangster culture, he shot himself. A lot of y'all shoot yourselves in the foot.
Yeah, you want to sprout out all this anti-blackness and then be mad when black women don't want you. Like we're supposed to. This is the mindset from what I've been told. You don't like black women, you talk crap about us and how we're so terrible. Then you meet one of us who doesn't fit into your little box of what you think we are. And then you go, oh wow, there aren't many like you. Wow, I haven't met many that are nerdy like you. Oh, you're different than the rest. You're not ratchet and ghetto like the other ones. Like that's supposed to be a badge of honor. Like we're supposed to go, oh, you think I'm different? You don't think I'm ratchet?
Like
my whole day, my life has been made. Thank you for your approval of saying I'm a good enough black woman. Oh God, I didn't know how I was going to get through life without your stamp of approval. No, us nerdy women go, ew, that's how you feel about black women? Ew, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to deal with you at all. And then you go, I hate black women because they don't never want to be with me. We don't want to listen to that all the time.
The same individual to wear the Pokemon hats and everything. I would show him some of the baddest chicks I could find on Instagram. I'm talking about women with millions of followers. Guys would be fighting to kill for these women. I showed him from like a light milk chocolate to like the darkest Gabriel Union, and he looks at me and says, "You know, man, I'm not really into the brown skin girls. I'm not into dark skin girls. I only want Asian women."
Yes, let's not.
And then I said only Asian women. Then he said, "Nah, I really don't want Korean girls."
Let's not act like. See, this is the
thing. And then I looked at him and I'm just like, "Bro, you really limit yourself." And he said, "Yeah, I had to be honest with myself. I'm probably gonna die alone." And I'm just thinking, "Yes, you are. Yes, you are."
Didn't you say there was a particular adult film star that if the girl doesn't look like that, he won't be with her? What's her name?
Oh no, that was a different. That's different story time.
Oh, okay.
On Block Channel. So anyway, so he finally got a date with his Korean girl, and you know what happened? she rejected his offer for a second date. The look on his face.
But I thought we didn't like. I thought black women didn't like him because he was nerdy. So if the Asian girl rejected him too, then maybe something's wrong with your personality.
Someone told me he saw their conversation on Facebook, and she did not like the way he talked about black women, because she literally said, if you talk about women in your own culture like this, I can only imagine what you really think about me behind my back.
I think it's like, you know, I have to explain to people all the time, just because you are a black male nerd, you are still a man in an American society. So you are not immune to being a narcissist. You are not immune to being a misogynist, and you are definitely not immune to being a colorist, because I have heard black nerdy males. I've been told by a black nerdy man, oh, well, I would like you, but you're like the darkest girl that I would like, and I don't really like girls, and I'm not even dark, and there's nothing wrong with being dark. But for him to say to me like, oh, well, you know, you're still a little like, I mean, I make an exception for you. There's no exception. You know, he was just kind of like I was some type of exception, like I was supposed to be honored that like I barely made the cut to be you know, not too dark. I was the darkest girl that he was into. And I'm like, you know, a lot of these black nerdy males have colorism issues, you know. So the black nerdy girl that does like you, that has all the similar interests, she's too dark for you, or she's not light skinned or mixed enough. You're not innocent. You can still suffer from those same issues as anybody else, and just because you like anime doesn't mean that you're immune from it.
Women do not really care what you're into. When they first meet you, they want to get to know you, the person.
I have to be with a nerdy anime liking guy. If you don't fit in that category, I can't be with you.
You just don't fit.
And you know, that's just how it is for me. So to say I'm not a unicorn, there's a lot of us out there. You just choose not to pay attention to us, and hey, that's your loss. Then we get snagged up by somebody else, and then that's when y'all want to come to our DMs.
If you want to get, if you're a black nerd and you think you're getting rejected by the nerd, one, it's not your nerdness. Two, Google this: how to be a gentleman,
how to have game,
how to attract women.
For me, I have no game.
How to look clean cut and shaven. Do all three. Study like your life depends on all three. Study it, because you have no excuses. You already have a supercomputer in your pocket. Use it. And I'm out.